Oh man, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. The US Federal Trade Commission is preparing to settle with Hoyoverse over concerns that the money-making mechanics of Genshin Impact were deceptive. Hmm. So before you guys celebrate, right? Before you guys celebrate and say, yeah, let's go. Genshin's downfall is finally here. This can affect gacha games in general because every gacha game, they have the gacha system. So if they're gonna target Genshin Impact because the gacha system is deceptive or predatory, or whatever, they're gonna have to do the same with other games like JJK Phantom, HSR, ZZZ, like any game that has gacha mechanic, gacha system, they're gonna have to target those games, right? But the main reason why I think they're only targeting Genshin is because it's made by China. It's a Chinese game, so that's the reason why they're trying to, take down Genshin. Because you look at the TikTok ban situation, TikTok ban, there's like rumors going around that TikTok is gonna get banned on Sunday. I think around January 19th, right? I think January 19th or January 18th, I forgot. But this Sunday, there's rumors going around that TikTok is gonna get banned, and TikTok is made by was made from China. So, hey, this is interesting. This is very interesting. We're gonna go ahead and read this. Some players who paid for the chance to win digital items in the game could be reimbursed as part of the deal, said the people, who asked not to be identified, discussing a confidential matter. Details of the agreement, which could be announced as soon as this week, weren't immediately available. So we're gonna get more details later on, but as of to right now, we're gonna read this right here. This is crazy, bro. You got the Biden administration involved. There's like a Biden appointee who's involved with this. FTC's involved. This is crazy, man. But let's read it. FTC consumer protection officials have been investigating Genshin Impact and its publisher, Singapore-based Hoyoverse, since at least last summer, according to another person. They've been paying attention to, Hoyoverse and Genshin since 2024. The case will be among the final acts of the agency under its current chair, Lena Khan, a Biden appointee. Genshin Impact, played by millions, was developed by Chinese developer MiHoYo, which is part of Hoyoverse. The FTC investigation has centered in part on whether the process for obtaining rare 5-star characters is misleading because the value of the virtual currencies is difficult to discern, said the people. Now, here's my thing. We do have a pity, right? Genshin does have a pity system where if you lose that 50-50, you're still going to get that 5-star character. I still think the 50-50 system is just fucking stupid. Like 50-50 just shouldn't be in games, period. But you are guaranteed to get that 5-star character eventually. I think what's more predatory is 4-star characters. Like there is literally no pity for 4-star characters. The chances of you getting the 4-star character you want, it's close to like impossible. Of course you're going to get that 4-star character, but I'll say 4-star characters that you actually want are way more predatory than you getting a 5-star character, because at least for 5-star characters, you're guaranteed to get that character. Meanwhile, for 4-star characters, you're not guaranteed. So we're going to continue. An FTC spokesperson declined to comment. A Hoyoverse spokesperson and an outside spokesperson for the company didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. The agency has been broadly looking into video games' use of so-called loot boxes since 2019, when it held a workshop on the issue. Players use real money to purchase a chance to obtain digital items. So they're pretty much against the fact that when you use real money to purchase these digital items, instead of you actually getting the item, there is a chance of you getting the item. So that's what they mean by deceptive. It's like you don't actually get the item, you're just gambling to see if you can actually obtain that item. Released in 2020, Genshin Impact is a role-playing game involving collectible characters with unique fighting skills. It was one of the first Chinese video games to go viral in the US. And you see, here's the thing, guys. How much you guys want to bet if Genshin wasn't a popular game, right? This wouldn't happen. The reason why they're hard focused on Genshin is because Genshin is like the most popular gacha game right now. So therefore, that's their main target. They're not going to focus on other games like JJK Phantom. They're not going to focus on other games like, let's say FIFA, right? FIFA has, a gacha system in it. A lot of games have a gacha system. But Genshin, is the reason why they're focused on Genshin is because one, they generate a ton of revenue, and two, it is extremely popular. Plus, like a Chinese product, like it's made from China. So you guys already know how the US, how they feel about China. So they're pretty much just targeting every single Chinese video game or Chinese platform, and they're just trying to take it down. You got TikTok, Genshin. They're going on a banning spree when it comes to these Chinese products. But let's continue. In Genshin Impact, players purchase chances to win particular characters and items. The game has brought in more than 6 billion in revenue. You see? Realize how they're bringing up revenue. Realize how they're bringing up revenue on mobile devices according to data from AppMagic, and is also available on PC, Microsoft Corp, Xbox, and Sony Group Corp's PlayStation consoles. The monetization strategy has stirred controversy among some gamers. The chance-based system called Gacha is often compared to gambling. While it is common in China, Japan, and South Korea, Genshin Impact was one of the first popular gacha games outside Asia. Once again, Genshin Impact is not the first gacha game that has the gacha system. You have multiple games that came out before Genshin Impact, right? So to say that, Genshin, like the way I see it is they're hard focused on Genshin because it's popular. That's the only reason why. That's why they're hard focused, and it generates a ton of revenue. They're not going to talk about games like Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, Tower of God New World, because they don't generate a lot of revenue. That's why they're mostly focused on Genshin. Still, money-making strategies involving gamers paying for the chance to earn digital goods are widespread and employed in electronic arts and corporations, soccer titles, and Valve Corp's Counter-Strike 2. So they did mention Counter-Strike 2 and sport games. So they do understand that, there are multiple games that have, the gacha system, but it seems like they're just hard focused on Genshin. Critics have said Genshin Impact's chance-based mechanics are more complicated than traditional loot boxes. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Counter Strike, FIFA, them games are crazy, bro. I don't know about that. At least for Genshin, you're actually guaranteed to get the 5-star character. There's some games where there is no pity system. There is no pity. JJK Phantom, there is literally no pity. Maybe they implemented it, but when the game first released, there was no pity. So yeah, this part right here, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The critics right here, yeah, I don't know what they're going on about for this part. There are other games that are way worse than Genshin. Way worse. For example, Genshin Impact players can spend real money on virtual currency, exchange that for another currency and another, and then wish for characters they want. More powerful characters are often more rare. Users can also obtain these characters for free by playing frequently, earning the virtual currency, and then wishing. Various other governments, including officials in the UK and China, have probed the use of chance-based mechanics in video games. Chinese regulators have long required game makers to disclose the odds of earning certain items, for example. The UK formed a committee to research potential harms associated with loot boxes. That's pretty much it, man. This is crazy. I was not expecting this, but it was gonna happen eventually. But the thing is, if they're gonna do this to Genshin Impact, they have to do this to CS:GO, FIFA. They have to do this to multiple games. It can't just be Genshin. Let's go ahead and read these replies. I want to see what people say about this. It's funny how gacha games that display their rates are deceptive while they completely ignore EA and whatever atrocity their ultimate team packs with their non-specific less than 1% chance are. I agree. Genshin, I'll say yes, Genshin is definitely predatory, but compared to, EA, FIFA, CSGO, compared to those games, nah, it's way worse, man. I guess that's the power of corruption. All right, let's continue. I think the US is just targeting any CN company at this point. TikTok ban, Tencent being labeled a military company, etc. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're mostly targeting CN companies at this point because you got the TikTok ban and then now you have Genshin Impact. So it's obvious that they're definitely going after CN companies for sure. Read the article. There isn't really anything new that Genshin is doing regarding the misleading gacha. I mean, literally every gacha game fall into this category. Will be really interesting if they bring Valve to court for the real gambling they have in CSGO. I agree. I mean, so far, a lot of people bring good points in this thread. Honestly, I thought there's going to be a lot of Hoyotards, a lot of Genshin shills, just saying, not my multi-billion-dollar company. But people are actually bringing up good points that they should also include other games that are way more predatory, because Genshin is predatory, but compared to other games are 10 times worse. For the guys living under a rock, this isn't about the FTC protecting consumers. It's just the US getting ready for the second round of the trade war against China. And in case you didn't hear, Tencent got added to the list of Chinese military companies of the Department of Defense a few days ago, which might be the first step of a wide ban like always, whatever. So, hey man, it seems like there's gonna be a huge situation with China, and they're gonna try their best to ban a lot of games that were made by China. So this is interesting, man. This is very interesting. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. I really want to see what you guys think about this. Me personally, there's a chance that this might happen, but there's a chance that it might not happen. And this part right here where they said reimbursed, they said to win digital items in the game could be reimbursed. I think they're thinking about doing like a refund. So hey, if this ends up being settled, you guys might get some refunds, man. I don't know. I don't know how this might affect a lot of gacha games. It really depends. This might affect JJK Phantom, Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, Tower of God New World, a lot of gacha games out there, HSR, ZZZ. This can affect gacha games in general. But we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to wait to get some more information. As of to right now, it seems like Hoyoverse, they are in trouble.